They just destroy our shelter, and now they left us here in under the bridge and having our life just like animals. It is very difficult for us now to survive for long.
Hunkering down on a wet night in Calais. The French government says it has solved the problem these men represent by bulldozing the camps where they stayed. This is the evidence that problem has gone nowhere.
It is cold here in Calais. The rain is pretty much torrential. There's about 10 men lying under the top hole, and they really have no other option but to sit here through the night, hoping that the rain stops. These men are in a desperate situation.
This was the scene earlier in the day. These exclusive pictures obtained by Al Jazeera show hundreds of police deploying just after 8 a.m. to break up a new makeshift camp by the port. A swift operation. Teams arrive removing everything in sight. Dozens of men, mostly Somali and Eritrean, are arrested. This is part of an ongoing policy to clear and destroy the different illegal camps around Calais. Just weeks ago, the biggest site, known as the Jungle, was demolished in front of the world's media.
Well, this is the evidence of the French solution. They've literally sent the bulldozers in. This was once known as Africa House. There were dozens of men squatting here. The structure's gone away, but the men haven't. All we need to do is take a look across the other side of the street. That's where they are today, waiting for food handouts.
Tea? Do you want tea? Yes.
This queue tells the story of global conflict. Iraqi, Afghan, Somali. They are all making a desperate, lonely, but illegal bid to reach the United Kingdom. Standing here, it's hard to see how the French decision to clear the jungle has solved anything.
It's worse, because in the jungle, they have little houses, you understand me, against rain and so on. They have plastic. Now they must sleep under the bridge.
It's here we meet Navid.
Sometimes I'm sleeping here.
He says he's 16 years old from Kunduz in northern Afghanistan.
Why do you want to go to England?
Because, just for this season I want to go to England. England have human rights. England is a good place.
When they're caught, few are willing to claim asylum in France, preferring instead to continue trying to reach the UK. So this is where they now end up. It's not a detention centre, this is a retention centre.
No, you can't.
Just after this jungle situation, they was arrested 3 or 4 times a week, and then after they release them. And right now the difference is they detain them in the detention center and plan to deport them to their country.
The French government says it was inhumane to let people live in the conditions that existed at the jungle. This is what's left of that camp today. It may now be less obvious, it may now hide under a bridge, but the problem, as they call it, is still here. Hamish Macdonald, Al Jazeera, Calais.